Hey guys, this is Catherine with Oracle Intuitions. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is your weekly energy reading for June 14th to the 21st. So we're taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. But remember that time is irrelevant in the spirit world. So these could be energies of things that could possibly, be coming. They could be current energies, or they could be a validation from spirit of something that you've just recently went through. I wanted to get back into where I'm doing the Monday to Thursday readings with a element for each day. So Mondays are going to be our earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Tuesdays are going to be our water signs with Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Wednesdays are going to be our air signs with Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And Thursdays are our fire signs with Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Now, if you're seeking a personal reading, please contact me at oracleintuitions.com, or you can go to my Facebook page at Oracle Intuitions or my Instagram page at Oracle_Intuitions. Also, make sure that you subscribe and click like on this video. If you subscribe, we actually do free weekly readings on my channel on Wednesdays. So these are for our subscribers. Now, we do go by donation as well. Okay, so usually the donations, people that have donated, we do look into their reading first. But we also have a lottery for our subscribers. And this is where you can submit a question, and my co-host and I, we answer it on the air. So this is a live, this is a live mini reading. Also on Sunday, and this is, sorry, I should tell you, 6 o'clock Mountain Time is when we do the live mini readings, all right? But on Sundays, we also do a live interview show with special guests that have a spiritual element. So these could be psychics, tarot readers, paranormal investigators, anybody that has a spiritual connection. And these are at 2 o'clock on Sundays. So make sure that, again, click subscribe, click like, share the video if this has resonated with you. We look forward to seeing you, throughout the week, and also on our live shows. So today, for this particular reading, we're going to be using the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. This is by Colette Baron-Reid. We're also going to be using the Oracle of the Seven Energies, again by Colette Baron-Reid. We're going to be using the Wisdom Angel Tarot by Radley Valentine, and we're going to be using the fortune reading cards. Unfortunately, I do not know who created them. Thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing week. Take care. Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading for June 14th to the 21st. We're taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone, but I do suggest you take a look at your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs throughout the week that come up on my channel as well. Also, remember that because time really means nothing in the spirit world, these could be, future energies that we are looking at for that for June 14th to the 21st, but they could also be current energies, or possibly a validation of some sort of past energy that spirit wants to bring through. All right, so let's take a look and see what's coming in for Pisces for June 14th to the 21st. All right, Pisces, for the mind, we have strength, personal power, and assertiveness portrayed with kindness, compassion that brings about forgiveness, realizing that you're stronger than you knew. All right, for the body or external circumstances, we have the Ace of Pentacles, a windfall of abundance, wise counsel, or good fortune, an exciting career opportunity, a lucrative contract, a significant purchase like a home or a vehicle. So some of you may be actually experiencing that in the external circumstances. And we also have the Page of Cups from Spirit. Sensitive, open-hearted, inexperienced, moody messages regarding relationships, new emotional experiences, a romantic encounter, social invitations, or events, heightened psychic abilities. So the first thing I'm actually really getting from Spirit is to trust your intuition. But what I'm also getting here is I actually wanted to address this first. So for some of you, there could be a new career or job opportunity that's coming forward. Maybe perhaps you're in, the process of purchasing a car or a house, or maybe you've had some difficulties with vehicles in some way. So, this is like a confirmation that things are going to be okay, or that there's going to be, some sort of mechanical fixture, something happening in there. But what I'm really getting also in here is it really feels as though for some of you, you've had to, or you're being asked, okay, to not only trust your intuition, but trust your true intuition. A lot of times we get caught into a cycle or a barrage of information that comes to us, through our intuition or through our through spirit, that can seem a little bit confusing, and we'll be dead determined that we're going to go in one direction and that we're not going to pay attention, into looking deeper. What I feel is some sort of situation needs compassion, but it also needs forgiveness in some way. And once we learn to apply that forgiveness and that compassion, whether it's to ourselves or whether it's to others, we're going to see a change in our abundance in some manner. Now, whether this is a relationship, maybe perhaps it's, moving towards a career or a future job or something that is coming forth. But what I'm really getting here is that you need to truly, truly embrace that inner strength. This is what I'm getting. It feels like this is super important at this time. It doesn't feel like this is a time to be weak. Weak within our mind, where we allow external circumstances to prey upon our mental convictions. All right, especially if we are trying to, head towards a new sense of abundance, whether this is within career or relationships, or again, maybe purchasing something. If we allow ourselves to be weak, let's say things just, aren't appearing on the surface the way that we want them to be, we can lose our inner strength, our mental strength. We tend to go into this place where we look at everything in a negative way or a negative manner. And Spirit is really asking us to stay within the strength at this time. Things may not be as they appear currently. They're also asking you to follow your intuition. A lot of times we know when we're spiraling. We know when we're being of a negative mindset. But we may be stubborn. We may be trying to control something. We may be in a place where we're just, refusing to look at something in a new perspective. And this is what I'm really feeling that Spirit is, asking you to trust at this time. Trust your inner guidance. Are things really as they are being portrayed? All right, so let's get some clarification and see what is coming through. So clarification for Pisces at this time. Clarification for Pisces. The hungry ghost. Yeah. Obsession, scarcity consciousness, and attachment. That's exactly what I was just talking about. When we get into that place of scarcity, all right, within our mind, right? Because we're not being compassionate. We're not being forgiving. We're just looking at something and going, well, they did this, or they did that, or they did this, or this isn't working, whatever it is. Like, we stay in that place of scarcity. And that's what Spirit is asking of you to release. This can sometimes be an attachment, and I don't mean a spiritual attachment. It's like an obsession, all right? We're so obsessed with looking at something in a negative manner that we're refusing to see, what we need to do is have that compassion, have that forgiveness, have that understanding, and look at something in a new perspective. We have the Desert Prince, survival, and false promises. So I feel like for some of you, exactly as I said, maybe for some of you, you feel that somebody's giving you false promises. But are they really promises? Did somebody truly give you false promises? Or is that your perception of the promise? That's something to really think about. Okay? Is it your perception that things should be a certain way? Okay? Maybe not at this time. Maybe it is the way that you're looking at something. It is that perception. And we have the Shadow Queen. acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. Our minds can do so much manipulation. Our minds can manipulate us to look at things in a negative way instead of looking at them as they truly are, as they're truly being portrayed to us, as the true circumstances. We allow our minds to be into a place of some sort of negative faults. The only word I can really come up with at the time is that perception. All right. It's looking at things and being in this mindset that things are just not going our way, or that this person is purposely manipulating us, or that, you know, this is actually happening and this and this. And again, you know, we can get ourselves into such a tizzy about things that aren't true. All right. Here's the thing. Sometimes we have that idea that somebody is being manipulative towards us, but we're also not looking at their circumstances, or maybe possibly the things that they're, you know, currently going through, the things that are affecting them at this time. It's kind of like somebody saying, hey, you want to go do this tomorrow, but then, you know, throughout their day, you know, this and this and this and this and all of these other things, you know, tend to be piled up on them, and they just have to cancel, or they have to, you know, move maybe the time or the day or whatever. And if you're in that perception, and this is such a mild example, but you get the idea. If you're in this perception of, well, they're just doing this because they don't want to see me, they don't want anything to do with me, they're doing this and they're doing this and they're doing this. What are you doing? Right? You're allowing a mindset of scarcity instead of having that compassion and that forgiveness. And I really feel like this is what Spirit is trying to get through to you. I feel like Spirit is saying to you, look at, again, use your intuition. Okay, it really feels like for some of you, this could have to do with a romantic relationship in some way. And if it's not, it could have to do with whatever circumstance, you know, is going to be portrayed or is being portrayed in your life at this moment. But Spirit is really asking you to stay strong, to look at something as it truly is, rather than what you are making it out to be. All right, so let's get some messages regarding relationships at this time. Maybe this will give us some extra clarity. All right. So we're looking into relationships for Pisces. Whoops, there was a card here. Relationships for Pisces. Let's see what is coming forth. Relationships for Pisces. All right. First card through, Coffin. Natural endings abound. Take care with your health. Here's the interesting thing. Sometimes this could portray to an actual ending of a relationship, but I'm really feeling this is the ending of a mindset, especially when it's asking you to take care of your health. All right. I feel like that obsessive or possibly negative nature that you could be putting towards a circumstance could be causing, you know, either a mental or a physical or a spiritual unhealthy being. All right, we need to take care of ourselves, and this is why it's so important. It doesn't mean that to not look at something as it truly is, but that's what you need to do, is look at something as it truly is, not what you're creating within your mindset by looking at a particular circumstance. All right. We also have the Devil. Again, a lot of obsession coming through here. Take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. So for some of you, you could be ending something that possibly maybe was deceitful, okay? But I'm also getting here, I feel that for some of you, again, this has to do with your own mindset. All right, again, take this as it resonates, because for some of you, maybe you're seeing the truth behind a relationship now. Maybe you were in this place where, you know, that manipulation truly was coming through. Maybe there was some false promises, but again, look at the truth behind a situation, not just, not just the outer circumstances or what you're trying to make out of it. I really feel though for many of you, this has to do again with the mindset. It doesn't have to do with possibly the truth of the external circumstance. And we have birth. So universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. It really feels like as you're releasing these negative mindsets, letting them go, letting go of the obsession of whatever it is that you're obsessing about, or perhaps, taking a look at something with a different perspective or a different outlook. This is where things start to change. The possibilities are starting to really present themselves. Opportunities are showing themselves in a different light. Maybe you're just looking at something and saying, you know what, I was so stuck in my head that, this was happening in this way, the way that I created it in my mind, that now I'm actually able to see the truth behind the situation. And that alone can birth new possibilities and new opportunities. All right, so let's get some clarification and see what is coming through. Oh, these cards are flying all over the place. All right, clarification. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Brilliant, experienced, humorous, judgmental, releasing situations or people that are no longer serve you, seeing the humor in difficult situations, focusing on career, and sometimes it can relate to divorced or unmarried individuals. So when we have this Queen of Swords comes in, again, it's really about honesty and truth. Okay, the Queen of Swords doesn't allow herself to get involved in drama. She doesn't, and especially in her own mind, she looks at something as it truly is. She doesn't make it out to be something that it isn't. If there's an obsession going on within herself, she cuts it. She lets it free. She doesn't focus in on it. We also have the King of Wands. Motivational, inspiring, theatrical, ambitious, take a leadership role, step into the spotlight, public speaking, keep your eye on the big picture. And I feel like that's the important thing here, keeping your eye on the big picture. Communicate your vision and don't be sensitive to criticism. I really feel that for some of you, you've been so stuck in this cycle of this looking at things of how they could not appear, instead of looking at them with enthusiasm and optimism and saying, yes, I can create this. Yes, I can have this come forth. I feel like for many of you, there's a lot of judgment. Okay, and again, this may or may not resonate with you. These readings, take them as they do resonate with you, all right? This may not resonate for all of you, but I do feel that for many of you, you can understand what Spirit is trying to get across at this time. And last card coming through, we have the Hermit. Time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. Shine your light as an example to others. Seek out or become a spiritual mentor and self-discovery. I feel like this is the time. What they're asking of you is to go into yourself. Ask yourself why. Why am I in this place of obsession? Why am I in this place of pessimism? Why am I in this place of looking at things in a negative manner or a negative light? Why am I not allowing these new opportunities to present themselves? Or why am I not looking at things as they truly are? Why am I trying to make more out of them than what they are being presented at this moment? And I really feel like this is more of, this week's reading is more about a relationship with self more than external circumstances. There may be an external circumstance that could be being presented here that is guiding you to go within. All right. And it allows you to have that opportunity by going within to look at something in a new light, in a new way, allowing a light to shine on a new birth of some sort of thing. And this possibly could be a relationship, maybe by changing your perspective, maybe by changing your energy, by working with Spirit, by going inwards. This will allow this new opportunity to present itself, to be rebirthed. All right. So let's get a closing message from the universe. I'm going to be using the Oracle of the Seven Energies as a closing message. Now, I do not know all of these cards. This is one of those decks that I've had on my shelf for a while, but I haven't actually used it all that often. So I will be reading from the book for this particular card. But let's see what comes up through. Closing message for Pisces. Yeah. A grand symphony. You know, it's interesting because Scorpio literally just had this card as well. So, you know, for some of you, especially if you have Scorpio placements, it may be something that you also you may want to watch the Scorpio reading, because that might give you a lot more insight. So the general theme of the Grand Symphony is inclusivity, being part of the whole, removing bias, seeing the interconnectedness of all, and knowing that everything you do has a consequence, unity, consequence, and the end of division. So what I really feel with this card is it's really time to look at, you know, if I'm putting out this energy, what is it that I'm going to receive? If I continue to put out this negative energy, what am I expecting out of that? Can I really expect a positive outcome? Can I really connect with spirit and the grand consciousness when I'm in this place that I'm individualizing myself and I'm not looking things with that compassion? Compassion is very much a unity consciousness, all right? It's having understanding that maybe things are not, you know, all as they seem at this moment, and that we are all human. We are all trying to evolve on this, you know, on this huge planet, and maybe each person has a path that they need to go through that is not meant to, you know, hurt us or manipulate us in some way, but you know, it's really our perception that makes us look at it in that manner. So I'm really getting here with this Grand Symphony. It's really time to look at things with that element of forgiveness. Have that element of, you know, it doesn't mean to sit there and take manipulation. It doesn't mean to accept, you know, somebody's bad behavior. But it's having that knowledge to know if something is truly a bad behavior, or if it's true manipulation, or is it our perception of what is being presented at this time. So Pisces, I truly hope this reading has helped. If it has resonated with you, please make sure you click like, please subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you on Wednesday for our mini readings at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, and on Sundays where we do our live interviews at 2 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. Thank you so much and have an amazing week. Take care.